What's up? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Coach Fitz. Welcome to my channel. If you are on Facebook, make sure you hit that like button and follow the channel. Hit that like button and show support for this video. If you are on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as you're coming on in. Got a great show tonight. Shout out to my over 600 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. Shout out to my over 200, 300 followers on Facebook. Thank you so much. For those of you who are unaware of what I do, I am a productivity coach. Some people call it a life coach as well, but I really focus on helping entrepreneurs increase the value of their time by doing more of what matters. And that means setting proper goals, being accountable, understanding what it is you truly want, and making sure that you're actually doing what you need to do to get results, being results oriented. But don't want to get too much into that. What I do want to do is just jump right in. So tonight I'm going to be talking about, are you standing on the sidelines, or are you actually in the game? Are you standing on the sidelines, or are you actually in the game? And you need to know this. You need to know whether you are standing on the sidelines or if you're actually in the game. Because there's many people that talk as if they're in the game, but they're standing on the sideline, right? So many people talk as if they're in the game, but they're on the sideline. Here's a clear example. Have you ever been talking to somebody, right? Just telling them about a goal. Maybe you say, hey, I want to start a business. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, it's not going to work out. The first thing that comes out their mouth is, it's not going to work out. And when I hear this, right, my first question is always, well, what business have you tried to start? And most of the time, the people doubting you, the people telling you that what you're doing isn't going to work, have never even tried, let alone succeeded at what it is you're trying to do. They have no experience. They have no knowledge of the how-tos. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. And here's another thing. When you're an entrepreneur, here's something that many people struggle with that are not entrepreneurs. Even entrepreneurs struggle with this, but more so people who are not entrepreneurs, right? They struggle with the idea that you're likely not going to get paid in the beginning, right? How are you going to make money? What are you going to do? What about your bills, right? Seems like legitimate questioning. But here's the thing, okay? In order for you to get in the game, you have to be willing to make some sacrifices. You have to be willing to risk something, right? There's a certain level of risk. When you are going after a goal, there's a risk reward analysis. Okay, I'm gonna break this down. Risk reward analysis. What you want to do is weigh the risks versus the rewards. Okay, I want to start a business. What are the rewards? I'm in more control of my time, the potential to make a lucrative amount of money, employ people, do something that I like, blah, 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 right? Those are the rewards. Now, what are the risks? The risks are, it may not work out. You may not make money for a year, for 2 years, right? It may take you time to become profitable. Those are the risks. Now, there are things that you can do to mitigate risks, and we'll get into a couple of those, okay? One of the ways you mitigate risk is doing upfront research. What is the average time that it takes the business that you're getting into to start making money? What are the daily activities that someone who is operating in your business does in order to become successful, right? The point I'm making is there are certain things that you can do to give yourself a leg up. Certain things that you can do to give yourself a leg up, and that's be informed. Okay. But guess where you're not informed? On the sidelines, right? See, people on the sidelines think that they're better than the people in the games because they can sit from the sidelines and talk. Oh, see, I told him it wasn't going to work out. Oh, yeah. See, I was right. I'm some type of prophet. I can tell the future. I told him not to get into that business. I told most of the people that are going to talk down on you want you to fail. See, most people want you to fail, especially the people that were there in the beginning. See, many times the people that were there in the beginning, they want you to fail because if you fail, that means that they did not fail, right? Because if you, and follow my logic here, right? If you are with somebody in the beginning and then you go on to make lucrative money and have the successful business, right? They're going to look at that at some point and be like, damn, that could have been me. We had the same opportunities. We were in the same place in life. That could have been me. And if that could have been me, that means I didn't do something right. But people don't want that. People don't want to feel like they didn't do something right. So when you fail, they didn't fail because now they don't have to look at themselves and say, that's what I could have been. Right? It's like, let's say you were in line and there was a random person that was in front of you, and for some reason, $1 million was being given out and it was based on your position in line. And let's say that you switched positions with the person. You said, hey, can I get in front of you? And then the position you were, that ended up being the position that won the $1 million. Well, now, because you knew where you were, now that they won, you're like, I should have been there. I should have been doing that, right? So there's a certain privilege that people on the sidelines think that they have, and they think they have that privilege because they haven't seen the person manifest their success yet. But if you notice, the people who are on the sidelines that talk the most and talk down on people, they're nowhere to be found when that success happens. They disappear, right? There are some people that are counting on you to fail because when you fail, they get a good feeling inside because they were right. Oh, I was right. See? Told you. You shouldn't have started that business. Y'all know you shouldn't have invested in that. You should see, but the people that are telling you no, don't do this, don't do that, they're not taking any risk. They're going to be in the same place in their life in 20 years, right? They don't want you to succeed because if you succeed, that means that they failed. But if you failed, they look great and they look like some prophet because they predicted your failure. That gives some people a sense of satisfaction, right? That's all some people think that they're good at, is telling other people what they can't do. Oh, you can't go to college and get that degree. Oh no, no one's gonna hire you. I'm telling you that right now. Right? Those type of people. Nah, don't start that business. You ain't gonna make no money. Who gonna buy from you? Who gonna do business with you? Look at you, right? These are the types of things that people will say. The worst culprit, and this is more dangerous. This person is more dangerous than the person that's just outright with it, right? The worst culprit that people face when it comes to an obstacle to success, the worst culprit are not the people that are going to be just blunt with it and no, I don't think you could do it. It's going to be the people that throw little jokes out about you not succeeding, but pretend that they're just joking. Look at you. You with your poor ass. You ain't You ain't never gonna make no money. I'm just joking. Look at you. You think you him. You think that you really gonna make it. Man, nobody. I'm just joking, right? Those people are more dangerous because they're playing the field, right? The other person that it was clearly, no, you're not going to do it. You know where to put them when you succeed. But this person over here that pretends they're on your side and makes little jokes and uh, puts your goals and your dreams down in a joking way. They're playing the field so that if you do make it, they can say, oh, well, I was just joking. You know, I was joking, right? They don't want to be wrong, but they don't want to, oh, well, see, I didn't put you down. Those were all just jokes. But what you don't realize is when you're at the bottom, right? When you don't know whether you're going to make it or not as an entrepreneur, but your every cell in your body is saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep fighting, keep fighting. And you muster up the strength to get up every day and keep going and do it and do it and do it, even though there's no end in sight. And then that little voice comes along, that friend, that family member that's just joking. You ain't never going to make no money. That could be it. That could be the end of that person's self-esteem. That could make them go off the deep end and say, you're right. I can't do it. You're right. Everything that is around me is telling me I cannot do this. I'm not making any money. I'm not closing deals. I'm not where I want to be. You're right. I can't. Right? That one joking comment, whether they tell you or not, that could push them over the edge and make them really believe they can't do it. So that's why that joking family member, that joking friend needs to be cut off when it comes to your entrepreneurship goals, just like the other person flat out telling you can't do it needs to be cut off when it comes to your goals and dreams, is because that joking person, it can be harder to spot, right? It can be harder to spot. Like everyone knows to slow down when the cop is right behind you and you're driving. But the cop that's hiding over there where that bush kind of just sort of concealed him and you're going over that hill, oh, we speeding. We speeding. And then when we notice, we try to hit the gas like they ain't see us. They know. Right? That's that friend or that family member that's going to joke about your success and joke about your entrepreneurship goal and things like that. You don't see it, and it's harder to spot, but by the time you spot them, you getting pulled over, right? By the time you spot them, you giving up. By the time you realize what was going on, you giving up, right? So be very careful when it comes to sharing your goals and aspirations with other people, because that tends to happen more than you think. It tends to happen. Okay. Now, another thing I want to talk about tonight in terms of getting in the game, you need to understand what game you're actually playing. Are you playing the people game? Are you playing the money game? When do you need to play the people game? When do you need to play the money game? And what are the rules of this game? Not your rules, the rules. Not your rules, the rules. What are the rules? Do the rules say that I should probably get up at this time? Or do the rules say that I should work on my business this amount of hours? Do the rules say that these are the activities that lead most to success? Do the rules say that I need to be disciplined and consistent? What do the rules say? Because there are unspoken rules. Like nobody's just going to give it to you in entrepreneurship. There are rules that if you follow, you greatly increase your chances of success. Figure out the rules to the game that you're trying to get in. Because once you figure out the rules, Then you can figure out whether you want to be a fan or whether you want to be in the game. You can figure out, like me personally, I'll watch people skydive all day. I don't want to play that game though, right? So we'll break that down deeper. The game is, hey, you got to get up on this plane. This plane gonna take off. At a certain point, a door gonna open. You gonna put a backpack on, and you gonna jump out. Do you want to play this game? Nah, I think I'll stay on land. Think I'll stay on land. Uh, Go to a nice little restaurant. I'll look up somebody on YouTube. That's me playing this skydiving game. I'll look somebody up on YouTube, but I'm not gonna get in the plane and jump out. And so many people will get in that plane metaphorically and jump out without really understanding what they're getting into. Right? He said basketball lock. Okay. I think I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. So, all right. Understand the game that you're actually playing. When you understand the game, and here's why it's important to understand the game that you're playing. Because when you understand the game and the rules of the game, and you master those rules, then you can kind of create your own rules, right? And when I say create your own rules, I'm not saying get rid of the fundamentals and the basics, but what I am saying is this. When you understand, like, let's take an example, okay? Let's take basketball. When you understand the basics of here's what traveling is, here's what a double dribble is, here's what a dunk is, here's what a layup is, okay? Now you can creatively start to cater that skill set to the game within the rules and change the game, change the way the game is played. But so many people want to come in and try to change the game to fit them instead of changing themselves to fit the game and then going in for the kill, then going in for the hunt. Like this is the change that I want to make. Like you have to earn your stripes, right? And part of getting in the game is earning your stripes. And the only way you're going to earn your stripes is to get burned, is to fail, is to go in and things don't work out the way you thought they were going to work out, but you still kept going, right? You still kept going. Getting in the game is not about, oh, I got in my first time and I scored the most points. Getting in the game is, I got in the game, got my ass kicked. I didn't know they could do a backflip dunk, but they did it. And there's the highlight reel where I got a backflip dunked on. But you know what? Now I know how to guard that backflip dunk. So I'm going to go learn how to do that better, right? And you do it and you do it. And then one day you wake up and you realize you didn't even have to think about getting in the game. You didn't think about how to tie your shoes up, lace them up, get in the game. You in the game and you scoring, you defending, you doing everything you need to do to succeed in this game. But you actually have to get in, right? Success is a contact sport. Success, you have to get in the game. You cannot sit on the sideline. And here's another thing about the sideline, right? There's usually more people in the audience than in the game. Look at any sporting event. There's typically more people in the audience watching than are in the game. And that's the same thing with success in entrepreneurship, right? If you have an audience, then you know you're in the game. If you have an audience, you know you're in the game. If there's more people watching you than you are watching them, then you're in the game, right? And what ends up happening is the people that are not in the game that are watching the game, like there are some people that swear for God that LeBron James cannot play basketball. They ain't dribbled a basketball in their life. They ain't dunked in their life. They ain't did a layup. They ain't even walked on a basketball court. But LeBron James don't know how to play basketball because he missed a game-winning shot. right? You're going to miss game-winning shots. You think LeBron James quits basketball every single time he misses a shot? No. So why are you? Okay, you got up, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. Get back in the game tomorrow. Keep getting back in the game. If you keep getting back in the game, pretty soon it will be easier to get in the game, and then you won't even think about the things you thought about before because you're so focused on how to elevate, how to get better, right? You're so focused on, okay, now that I'm in the game and I've mastered these things, how can I take this thing to another level, a higher level, right? So, that being said, I just wanted to get on and do a quick live video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If so, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. If you are looking to improve the quality of your life, please, please, please email me fitsmindset@gmail.com for a free coaching session, free coaching consultation. And with that, I will see you next time. I'm out.